Vice Principal Marjorie Hensley was famous for three things: her collection of motivational posters, her ability to detect a piece of candy from 30 feet away, and her locker searches. Rumor had it she'd once made a freshman cry because she found a granola bar that technically violated the no food in lockers policy. She called these searches proactive wellness inspections. Everyone else called them what they were: power trips with better lighting. I was summoned to her office on a Tuesday afternoon. The note said I was selected for a random wellness inspection, though 3 people had told me that Mrs. Hensley had seen me eating a granola bar near my locker 2 days prior. When I walked in, she was standing by a folding table with latex gloves already on, like she was about to perform surgery. "I have reason to believe you may be concealing prohibited items," she announced, her eyes gleaming with the certainty of someone who'd never been wrong in her life. "I am going to need to inspect every item in your locker. Every single one." She paused for effect. "And you'll present them to me, one at a time, so we can both be certain." I nodded like I was accepting my fate, and then I started unpacking. I pulled out my backpack. "Fine," she nodded. Then my lunchbox, which had a slightly crunchy inside from last week's cheese sandwich. She grimaced but signaled to continue. I produced 6 different folders for 6 different subjects. 3 broken pencils, a library book 2 weeks overdue, and my math worksheet completed entirely in green ink because I'd run out of blue. Each item received her meticulous visual inspection. I kept going. A half-empty water bottle, a hoodie that smelled faintly of the cafeteria, 2 tampons in a Ziploc bag because I'd forgotten my purse, a pair of gym shorts worn twice that week, an entire sleeve of Oreos I'd hidden behind my English textbook. "Keep going," she said, her voice strained. "You said every single item." 10 minutes later, the table was buried. I'd pulled out 17 crumpled worksheets, a research report, 3 candy wrappers, a photo of my dog, a birthday card from my grandma, with a $20 bill still inside, a dead calculator, an inhaler I didn't actually need anymore but kept just in case, and my entire composition notebook filled with stories about dragons and one very detailed fantasy world my teacher said was actually pretty good. Mrs. Hensley stood there, latex gloves now removed and stuffed in her pocket, staring at the mountain of mundane teenage detritus like it had personally betrayed her. "Well," she said slowly. "Nothing prohibited." I shrugged. "You said every single item. I showed you everything." She opened her mouth, closed it, and then pointed to the door. I gathered my things, packed them back into my locker with exaggerated care, and walked out past the trophy case where wellness through vigilance was engraved in gold. The hallway was empty, but I could swear I heard someone laughing in the science room.